Tonight, growing outrage around the world over the Iran nuclear framework. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insisting that this deal will threaten the very survival of Israel.
The cabinet is united in strongly opposing the proposed deal. This deal would pose a grave danger to the region and to the world, and would threaten the very survival of the State of Israel. Such a deal does not block Iran's path to the bomb. Such a deal paves Iran's path to the bomb. And it might very well spark a nuclear arms race throughout the Middle East, and it would greatly increase the risks of terrible war. Now, some say that the only alternative to this bad deal is war. That's not true. There's a third alternative: standing firm, increasing the pressure on Iran until a good deal is achieved. And finally, let me say one more thing. Iran is a regime that openly calls for Israel's destruction and openly and actively works towards that end. Just 2 days ago, in the midst of the negotiations in Lausanne, the commander of the besieged security forces in Iran said this: "The destruction of Israel is non-negotiable." Well, I want to make clear to all, the survival of Israel is non-negotiable.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andrea Tanteros, in for Greta Van Susteren. Well, now that Obama has its nuclear deal framework in place, they're working overtime to try and sell it to the skeptics at the White House, and that includes many members of Congress. Representative Robert Pittenger joins me now. Congressman, tell us, what is Congress going to do? Because the president didn't consult Congress a lot on this one, if at all, and a lot of members are up in arms, and it's not just Republicans, as I understand, it's Democrats as well.
There are serious concerns with this framework. We want to have oversight of whatever agreement is written. We believe that what has been stated by the Iranians back in their own country, the foreign minister Zarif says already that all the sanctions will be removed, that all their nuclear sites will be open, that they will have the capacity to develop their heavy water site, that they will have the ability to continue with research and development, that they can continue in enriching uranium, even selling uranium on the open market. Mm-hmm. They can develop long-range ballistic missiles. These are serious concerns. While the IAEA has very limited access, they can't go anywhere at any time. Mm-hmm. They don't have unfettered access. They never have. I've met with the leadership of the IAEA in Vienna. They've always been restricted to go into just the agreed nuclear sites. They can't go anywhere else in the country. So yes, we have serious concerns over this structure.
So what are you going to do about it, Congressman? Because John Boehner and Lindsey Graham and others have said, look, we're going to try and pass legislation that gives us a say in this matter. And Lindsey Graham insists that they have a veto-proof majority to actually override a presidential veto. And President Obama has said he will veto any action that you try and take.
Well, I think the president's made his statement, and we will make our statement. We are an equal branch of government. I appreciate the fact that the Speaker of the House has been in the Middle East all week. He understands, as they understand. Our Middle East allies understand the threat of Iran with nuclear capacities and long-range ballistic missiles. So we will make every effort to try to challenge this agreement. Mm-hmm. We believe it's not only harmful, but it's an existential threat to the United States of America.
Well, you know, the president spent a lot of time talking with negotiators and has said that the UN will have their say. I don't understand why Congress can't have its say. And so I'm trying to find out, do you think that the votes are there to try and allow Congress to have its say in legislation that would get them involved to approve or reject a deal? Do you think the votes are there?
I think they should be. I think there are serious concerns across party lines from the members that I've talked with. And yes, the president is trying to circumvent the Congress once again by going to the United Nations first and putting pressure back on our Congress. This is a matter of the security of the United States of America, and the people's representatives should have a voice in what is done.
All right. So Maybe you can tell me, Congressman, because I've been trying to figure this out. I've been reading all the reports. I know this is just a framework. What did the U.S. get out of this deal?
I think we gave one concession after another. You know, the paradigm changed. We started saying in the beginning that Iran would be allowed no nuclear capacities. And then over time, over months, we enabled them to enjoy greater agreements, greater concessions. They have won at the table. You know, Ronald Reagan understood diplomacy. He got up from Reykjavik and he walked away from Mikhail Gorbachev. At such time, Gorbachev was demanding that Ronald Reagan come down on missile defense. Ronald Reagan said no, and he left the table. Our team has just been too eager. I don't know what our representatives believe. Do they think that Iran will be a different country tomorrow than it was yesterday?
Yeah.
This is the country that every November 4th, they celebrate Death to America Day.
Yeah, that's right.
They call on the idolization of Israel. Are they going to renounce terrorism?
Yeah,
now?
I know, Congressman.
Because
I don't see that
trustworthy?
changing anytime soon. You're absolutely right. Well, we applaud your efforts to try and get Congress's say, and we'll be, of course, following that when you get back after Easter recess. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea. Have a
and
wonderful
tonight,
Easter.
you too.